Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Suddhaspadiga Sankasham Shuddha Vidya Pradayakam Shuddham Purnam Chidanandam Sadashivamaham Shraye Shankarupena Machittam Pankikritam Abhodhyaya Kim Kariyasya Samaya Shankaracharya Mashraye Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Bharathi Karunapatram Bharathi Padabhushanam Bharathi Padamarudham Bharathi Tirthamashraye Vidya Vinaya Sampannam Vitaragam Vivekinam Vande Vedanta Tattvabodha Vidhushekara Bharatim Mala Sudha Kumbha Vibhoda Mudra Vidya Virajat Karavarijataam Apara Karunya Sudham Vurajim Sri Sharadambam Pranatosmi Nityam. Today we will start with the second portion of Tattvabodha. We saw the first part, the introduction, what are the qualifications, etc. Now we will start with the second portion, second part of Tattvabodha. The student asked the question, Tattva Viveka Kaha? O teacher, what do you mean by Tattva Vivekam? For which the Guru answers, Atma Satyam Tadanyat Sarvam Mithyeti. So the student seems to tell the teacher, oh teacher, I have gone through a religious life, Karma Yoga way of life for a length of time. I have acquired the necessary degree, which is SCS, Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti. Now I am ready for the self-knowledge. Please teach me what is self-knowledge. What is Tattva Vivekam? What is Tattvabodha? This is what the student seems to ask the Guru. For which the teacher gives the answer in a very short sentence. He will elaborate it later. This is the method of communication. What you want to teach, just present it in a nutshell, which is Sangraha Vakyam or Samkshepa Vakyam or Sutra Vakyam, very short form. That is gist of what is going to be taught. Later, the author himself expand it elaborately. Similar to the news items, news in the television or radios. First they will tell you what is the gist, headlines, which is called headlines. For example, now they will say the finance minister is going to present financial budget of India for 2023, which will be presented to the parliament on 1st of February. This is the headlines. Those who are interested in listening to the details, maybe they will continue to watch or listen. Or the other people, if they are not interested, they will go to other channels and they can go on. So in the newsreader, he will expand what is financial budget, what are the proposed agenda and all those things they will say. And then finally there will be a summary also. This is how they present the news items also. Here also the author gives the answer in a short form. Sutra Vakyam, he says, Atma Satyam Tadanyat Sarvam Mithyeti, is what he says. Here the author uses three important, significant words. Very important words. Atma, Satyam and Mithya. These are the three words which the author uses here. This is very difficult, next to impossible to translate these words by one-to-one English, in one-to-one English word, which is very difficult. Therefore, I have to explain each word separately, but I would like to retain these words in the original Sanskrit form only, because translation will spoil its connotation. So what is Atma? Atma. What is Satyam? Satyam. like that only. But I am going to explain what is Atma, Satyam, Mithya. People have to understand, people have to assimilate, and then try to use. We will retain the words only in Sanskrit language. Then only we will really understand the meaning of it. It will really give a clear picture of our scriptural literature. In Tamil language, it is hilarious. One person who is very interested in Tamil, he goes to a place and then he wants to find out. He asks a fellow person who is standing next to him, Perundi Nilayam Enge Irikiradu. A Tamil sentence he is telling. The other fellow is also a Tamil speaking, is a Tamilian, but he doesn't understand anything. So he is baffled. He doesn't know what to answer. So the other person comes and explains. You remember, do you know the huge vehicle which carries lot of passengers? People have to pay money, get ticket, and there will be one driver, one conductor, and all those things he will say. And then finally this other person says, oh, it is such a simple thing. Bus stand enge irukku Tamil kettu tholaikkappadado appdinu this fellow is asking. So have you understood this? The funny thing is, bus stand Tamil sollapadado he is saying. Bus stand has become a Tamil word because the common usage, we use bus stand, bus stand, all those. Although they are English words, but we use it in our regional language also for easy understanding, communication. Similarly, if one fellow says in the Visiriyai Podungal, people will get confused. A simple thing is you switch on the fan or fan podupa, nothing, people will understand. So Visiri means fan. Therefore, what is the Tamil word for bus? Bus. Tamil word for fan? Fan. Tamil word for switch? Switch. Therefore, we will retain in the original language. There are certain words, better to retain these words in the original language so that the meaning doesn't get distorted. You have to understand the meaning in your own language, assimilate it, but we will use them only in Sanskrit. So, finally, after explaining what is Atma, Atma. What is Satyam, Satyam. That's it. No other translation. Author is going to explain more in detail. He will expand it later. But in this context, I will tell you what is the meaning of these three words in a short form. According to our scriptures, Vedanta Shastra, every mortal individual has got an inner essence, core, which is immortal. That is, every mortal, perishable individual has got an inner essence, which is core to him, which is immortal, imperishable. This inner immortal essence is not visible to our ordinary eyes. Even normal, tangible things also are, sometimes they are not clear to our fleshy eyes. We require spectacles. Even after wearing spectacles, things are not very clear once we become aged. So we cannot see many things clearly with this fleshy eyes. What to talk of Atma? Therefore, the inner immortal essence which is invisible, and this invisible inner immortal or imperishable essence, which is core of every mortal being, every individual, is called Atma. Therefore, what is the definition of Atma is inner, invisible, immortal essence of every individual is Atma. Now, Satyam and Mithya are interconnected. They come as a pair. Therefore, we should see them together only, parallelly. First, I will give you an example to make you understand, and then we will expand more. There is a desk in front of me. All of us know what is a desk made out of wood. You may not be able to see the desk which is in front of me because the mobile phone camera is focusing on my face only. But I have a desk in front of me on which I have kept a small clock, pen, book, etc. It is able to support all these things. This desk, the desk which can be experienced by me, is solid, tangible, visible desk having a clear weight of its own. It has its own weight, and that is why it is able to support the book, notebook, timepiece, etc. It is our direct experience. That is, it is visible, tangible, experienceable desk in front of me. Vedanta says, if you inquire into the detail of this desk, the truth of the desk, you will have a surprising fact, surprising discovery. There is no substance called desk. This is what the Vedanta teaches us. Desk is not a substantial entity, not tangible entity, not an entity which will support the books, etc. Which is very surprising discovery. If you are surprised, you better be surprised, because it is a discovery which is surprising to one and all. Then, what is it? Vedanta says it is not a desk, but it is a piece of wood alone. Wood alone is the substance. You are touching the wood only, and the weight of the desk is nothing but the weight of the wood. Therefore, wood is the substance, wood is tangible, weighty substance is wood, which alone supports a book. Other than the wood, there is no substance called desk. This is what the Vedanta teaches us. We have taken an example of desk made out of wood. When there is no substance called disk, where is the question of weight of this desk? Somebody says, I don't have a child. This fellow says, it is okay, fine, but what is his age? No, if he says, I don't have a child, there is no further question. The other question is irrelevant. So Vedanta says there is no substance called desk. Where is the question of the weight or the sustaining capability of the desk or the supporting capacity of the desk, etc. These are all irrelevant questions. It is a myth. It is misconception, which are continuing today, even today for us, because we refuse to think. We have successfully continued not thinking. In our journey, we have successfully continued. Then the question comes, what is the desk? What do you mean by desk? We say, desk is only a new name given to the wood itself. There is no substance called desk. It is only a new name given to the wood. It only has a nominal, namke vaste existence. Then why do you give a new name desk and confuse people? Why can't you retain the word wood and keep using this word wood only? Because you give a new name desk and it makes people think there is another substance other than wood. It is confusing for people. Vedanta says we give a new name because the wood is designed and given an appropriate shape or form, particular form. When the wood is given a particular form or a shape, for the particular form only we are giving a new name. The new name is given only to the form or the shape, not for the substance. What is the name of the substance? It is wood only. The new name desk does not really belong to the desk, belong to the substance which is called wood. But the new name is given to the new shape, new form. Lump of wood, a block of wood is chiseled into a new shape, new form in the form of desk. Therefore, we call it as desk. Otherwise, the original substance is wood only. Before the carpenter came and before he started working on the wood, the name of that piece of wood is wood only. Then he makes it into a proper table or a desk or door, anything. After giving the new form, a new name is given to the form. Therefore, desk is nothing but a name given to a form. Therefore, desk is only a name. Name, form, principle. In Sanskrit, it is called Nama and Rupa. Nama is name, Rupa is shape. Nama Rupa, desk. It is not a substance. Similarly, chair is only a Nama Rupa form. Here also, wooden chair, substance is wood. Door, Nama Rupa is door, substance is wood. All these non-substantial, temporary, Nama Rupa are many and substance is only one. In this example, wood. This is a very important principle in Vedanta. You should all know about this. There are many Nama Rupas, but substance is one. The next important principle is the non-substantial Rupa can never exist separate from the substance. That is, all the non-substantial Nama Rupa, name and form, like chair, desk, door, dais, dining table, so many things, they cannot exist independent or separate from the substance called wood. It cannot be existent separate from wood. Therefore, all the non-substantial name and forms have got only dependent existence. They borrow their existence from their substance. In this case, wood. Whereas the substance wood does not depend upon Nama Rupa for its existence. Even if the desk is destroyed, the wood will be there. Wood continues to exist. Before the desk is made by the carpenter, there was a piece of wood. Wood was there before the desk came into existence. And after the desk is made, the desk continues to exist, but the name for the desk is Nama Rupam. Therefore, even in this Nama Rupa called desk, the wood continues to exist, and even after destroying the wood, the desk, wood continues to exist. Therefore, in all the three periods of time, before, during and after, the substance only exists. Wood exists, but not Nama Rupa. Before it was made, before this desk is made, it was only called wood. There was no chair or desk. After they are made only, we have given new name for the different shapes and forms. Therefore, the substance has got independent existence, and all non-substantial names and forms have got dependent existence. Vedanta says all the non-substantial nama rupas which have got dependent existence are called Mithya. Mithya means all the nama rupas, names and forms which have got dependent existence. In Sanskrit, dependent existence is Paratantra Satta. Paratantra means dependent, Satta means existence. Therefore, dependently existent, seemingly existent is Mithya. Anything having Paratantra Satta, dependent existence is called Mithya. In that way, all the ornaments are Mithya. Golden ornaments which you all have, bangle, chain, so many ornaments people, ring, so many ornaments people have got, they are all Mithya. They don't have substantiality on their own. People will be worried. I have so much of gold in my house. You say it is Mithya? The ornaments are Mithya. They are all made of gold. Golden ornaments are made from gold. There are other materials like platinum, silver, etc. So, in this example, we have taken gold ornaments. For all these ornaments, the substance is gold. All the nama rupas, different names and shapes, bangle, chain, Odyanam, so many things, rings, so many, all these are nama rupas. They are all many, they are all Mithyas. Satyam is one. Satyam is substance. Mithyas are many. Vedanta says, if you know this very important fact, all the problems of our life will be solved. It is unbelievable, but it is very true. We may be able to appreciate, we may be able to accept all these examples because it is an example given to an object called chair, table, golden ornaments, etc. But when it comes to the reality about our own self, then the whole thing will get confused. People will start, like disbelieving and all this. It is very difficult for people to comprehend the Vedantic fact. Krishna in Bhagavad Gita says, in one cruxy verse in 2nd chapter, Nasato vidyate bhavaha nabhavo vidyate sataha ubhayor avidrishtontaha tvanayos tattvadarshibihi. Hey Arjuna, the whole creation consists of only one Satyam and innumerable Mithyas. Innumerable names and forms, Nama and Rupa are many, innumerable. A foolish person holds on to Mithya because it is very attractive also, it is attractive. And they miss the Satyam. 99.9% of human beings do this mistake. They all hold on to Mithya, they leave Satyam, they miss the bus. Therefore, Atma is Satyam. Atma means what? Invisible, inner, imperishable or immortal essence, the core of every individual is the substance which is existing independently. There is no substance which lends support to Atma. Atma lends support to everything. Tadanyat sarvam mithya. Tadanyat sarvam means everything else other than Atma, we will name it as Anatma. Everything other than Atma is non-Atma. All the Anatmas are called Mithyas. Mithya. Everything else in the creation is Mithya. There is only one Satyam, which is Atma. Everything else in the creation is non-substantial Nama Rupa, names and forms. They don't have independent existence on their own. Therefore, they are called Mithya. If you summarize, Atma Satyam, Anatma Mithya. This is self-knowledge. In a nutshell, this is self-knowledge. We don't say Anatma as Asatyam. Opposite of Satyam is Asatyam. Generally, we name it as, we call it as Asatyam. In Vedanta Shastra, we do not say as Asatyam. Asatyam is non-existent. Like the horn of a rabbit or a lotus in the sky. These are all non-existent things. These are called Asatyam. But in Vedanta Shastra, all the names and forms, everything other than Atma is Mithya, Anatma, seemingly existent, dependently existent. We don't say it is Asatyam. Very, very important point. They are seemingly existent. We can see it. We can perceive those objects. I can see the table. It is very tangible. It is not Asatyam, but it is Mithya. Only thing is, it doesn't have a substantial existence of its own. The substance is wood. The name and form is table, chair, etc., which we call as Mithya. This self-knowledge will be elaborated by the author in the following sections, which we will see in the subsequent classes. Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om.